Welcome back. If you're new, hi, my name is Jo Mary. I am in South Carolina in the upstate. Today I am planting some onions. So I ordered some onions from Dixondale Farm. I ordered 2 bunches and they're called the Intermediate Day like combo set. So when I bought them at about $16.50 per sampler, and it says that I should get close to about 90 sets. So here they are. So they came all bunched up together, and they look a little raggedy. They came 2 days ago, so I'm not sure if this is like normal. This is my first time buying onions from sets, so I'm not quite sure. So what I did was, inside the house, once I got them, they recommend as soon as you get the package to lay them out, so that way they're not in the package and they can, dry out and not get moldy, I guess. So I separated them by type. They didn't come labeled, like I said. They all came all together, mixed up, the different colors. So I just figured the one with the more yellowy paper was one variety, a white kind was a different one, and then the red is red. The types are red candy apple, super something. I literally just looked it up before I started this video and I already forgot. My brain for ya. But anyways, as you can notice, we have a lot more of these yellow onions than the white and the red. I'm not sure if these just do better in that kind of environment that they grow it in. I do use this the yellow onion a lot for cooking. I don't really use that much white, and I use a lot of red when it comes to eating fresh. So in salads and salsas and pico de gallo and those kind of things, or sprinkle it on top of something. I do like the red, so I'm a little disappointed at the fact that there's not that many. I mean, there's a lot, but they're not as big as these. So I will like to see how they do, given that these have a little bit more plumpness to them than these. But regardless, we're gonna plant all of them because if I don't plant it, it's just gonna die. So give it a chance in the ground. So before I started the video, I went into my chicken coop and I harvested some compost. So my husband was very kind and built me this. So this is a screened 1/4-inch sieve. So he just put a couple of 2x and built me a rectangle and then stapled the mesh on it. So what I did was I put it over the wheelbarrow, scooped up the bottom, the ground, in the chicken coop, and with my glove I just went like this and sift out all the big chunks, so that way I can take the harvested compost that's in here now and put it in my raised bed. So I have I ordered these raised beds from Amazon. I want to say it was about $50 for a set of 2. I bought it earlier. I bought it like in the summer or late or early fall. We put it together. We ordered some raised bed mix, so that way we can fill it up, because the ground here is very clayey, and as a mom of a toddler, and I work full-time, it's very hard to deal with in-ground spaces at this point, because the weeds they're vicious. So I figured this would be a good way to help me out when it comes to the summertime, when everything wants to grow, including the weeds. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plant these out. So they send a little pamphlet, and in the pamphlet it says that you can build a little trench to put your fertilizer in the middle, and then do the onions 6 inches from that. But what I'm really gonna do is I'm gonna top dress this with the compost, and then maybe like just work it in just a little bit, and then I'm just going to put the onions 4 inches apart from each other. I'm not going to do a burrow of fertilizer, just because I don't have like this specific fertilizer. I just have the compost, so I figured just spread it everywhere, and eventually they'll get the nutrients from said compost. Let me see what else. So last time I spoke about my garden plan, and I have a journal that I've made my plans in. And so one of what I did was that I took, and excuse my chicken scratch, I'm not a doctor, but I write like one. I did little tables of what I'm planting in each bed. So as you can see, there's a grid of 2x6s, and that's the spacing in of these beds. So I'm using kind of like the square foot method gardening, but I'm also winging it at the same time. So in here you can see that I have like O's, so that means onions. So I'm gonna plant them. I'm gonna plant 9 per square feet. That's what the square foot method recommends. And so these are going to be in the ground from today, supposedly until June 15th ish. We'll see towards the end of their lives when they decide to fall, and they need to be harvested. So I actually have it written down here, the varieties. So it's Superstar, Red Candy Apple, and then Candy. Those are the ones. I wrote it down when I was doing my garden planning. So what I'm gonna do is each variety is going to go on each bed, so that way I could just put one label per bed. And I mean they're very different in their color, so I'm gonna figure out what they are when I pick them up. But yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do today. I also wanted to show you, so of course nature is funny. So I bought these, and when I bought these, it was months and months ago, and they just came in the mail like 2 days ago, and they came in this box. So they come with like vents, or so that way I guess they don't get moldy or whatever. So I bought these forever ago, and then after that I noticed that I had a bunch of onion looking things growing on my yard. So behind you there's like grass and whatever, and every few feet, every few inches, there's these little like chive looking things. And then I was like, that looks familiar. So when I pulled it up, it's a little onion. I think it's an onion, I don't know, but it has a bulb and it smells like an onion. So, and it's literally everywhere. Like, you would think it's grass. It's not, because when they first started popping up, I thought it was, oh, maybe I did some onion seeds and then like I just they blew or whatever, or like I threw that dirt somewhere, and then they started popping up literally everywhere. I have a little bit under 2 acres and they're everywhere. So yeah, so it wasn't me, and so I'm just seeing, and the chickens love it. So we pick the greens, we break off the greens and give it to the chickens, and they love it. They go for it all the time. So I just thought that was funny. I didn't even try to grow this, and it's growing like wildfire. And so yeah, so I'm gonna get to planting now, and then I have to go back in and actually do my daytime job. So I'm gonna get to planting, and I guess I might either insert a clip of after they're planted, or I will put in some pictures. Depends if I remember after I turn this off and I have to jump back into the house. But anyways, and I'm sorry for all the ums. I'm trying to get better at the talking to the camera thing, and I'm not looking at you guys. Once again, I'm working on it. So yeah, I thank you for stopping by, and I hope you have a lovely day and happy growing wherever you are, and I hope this is an abundant year for you. So ciao. So I have completed my onion planting. So each of these beds has one variety. As you can see, well, when I put them in, I watered them in, then I put some straw mulch down and watered that in too. So hopefully these are going to be nice and moist. The soil is going to stay nice and moist while we are away for a couple weeks. It's been raining off and on every couple days, so I don't fear that they're gonna necessarily dry out, because it's also not hot, and the sun is not beaming, so they will be they'll be fine. But yeah, that's it. That is our onion planting for the 2025 garden. I'm very excited. Yay. Well, I hope you have a lovely day. Ciao.